Hey Legends! Welcome back to another episode of Mobile Legends Hero Don'ts, where we help you to avoid the biggest mistakes with your favorite heroes. Today we're diving into Julian, the fighter mage hybrid who can combo his abilities for devastating effects. But if you're playing him wrong, you'll find yourself getting deleted instead of deleting enemies. So if you want to master Julian and avoid costly mistakes, stick around. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more Mobile Legends content. Let's get started. Don't number 1. Don't waste your enhanced skills at the wrong time. Julian's passive enhances his third consecutive ability cast, dealing more damage and applying stronger effects. But using it too early or at the wrong time can waste your damage potential. Remember, after using an enhanced skill, your skills enter a considerable cooldown, but make sure to make it count when you use it, because if it gets wasted, you might not have a chance against your opponent. Also, choosing the wrong skill to enhance can reduce his effectiveness in fights. For example, if you enhance his skill 1 instead of his ultimate in a team fight, you might miss out on a crucial CC opportunity. Pro tip: learn the best times to enhance each skill depending on the situation. If an enemy is escaping, an enhanced first skill will get you the kill. If you need to CC your enemies, enhance your ultimate for massive AoE damage. Use Blood Wings and Genius Wand to enhance Magic Burst. Don't number 2. Don't ignore rotation techniques. Julian is a formidable force in the early game. While farming consistently, gank as much lanes as possible in the early game, as your combos can eliminate many opponents at this time of the game. Especially if the opposite gold lane is dominating, gank as much as you can to minimize his or her impact in the late game. In the mid game, focus more on farming and objectives and only engage in team fights. Julian's lack of mobility comes to play during this time, and trying to gank might backfire badly. If you manage the early game and mid game perfectly, you might not even have a late game, because Julian is a hero who can end games pretty early. However, if there is a late game, make sure to be more focused on in and out tactics instead of directly diving in. Never ignore team fights, as his ultimate is a strong CC option against enemies. Don't number 3. Don't spam skills without managing cooldowns. Julian doesn't use mana, but his abilities have cooldowns. If you spam skills mindlessly, you'll run out of abilities during crucial moments. Wasting them in the wrong order or at the wrong time can leave you vulnerable. If you use all 3 skills without a plan, you'll be left with auto attacks, making you an easy target. Pro tip: don't waste skills when farming, save them for fights. Reset your cooldowns by spacing out your ability casts. Avoid spamming your enhanced skill too early. Time it when enemies are vulnerable. For cooldown reduction, fleeting time lets you reset your ultimate faster, but consider that this is a situational pick for items. For magic lifesteal, concentrated energy helps sustain in fights. Don't number 4. Don't ignore your melee and range forms. Julian's basic attacks change based on his abilities. After casting a skill, his basic attack gets stronger and has bonus effects. Ignoring this means losing extra damage. Don't just cast a skill and wait for it to kill the enemy. Put in basic attacks in between and after skills to maximize damage and guarantee kills. If you just use abilities but don't follow up with empowered basic attacks, you're wasting additional burst damage. Pro tip: always weave in basic attacks after skills. This maximizes your damage output. Use range attacks when kiting and melee attacks when dueling. Don't number 5. Don't overestimate your tankiness. While Julian has sustain, he's not a tank. Engaging recklessly can get you killed quickly. If you dive deep against burst heavy heroes like Savior or Beatrix, you'll likely be deleted before making an impact. Pro tip: position yourself carefully. Julian is best played as a mid-range brawler, weaving in and out of team fights instead of tanking all the damage. Wait for the opportunity, go in, take the kill and come out. Don't try to stick around unless the other enemies are low HP. If you do stick around, you might get a kill, but you might also die. Time for some matchup and counter advice. Julian struggles against high burst assassins like Ling and Gusion, and Saber and Hayabusa, since they can delete him before he can use his combos. Heroes with high CC like Franco, Kaja and Ruby can interrupt Julian's skill rotations. Be careful against high burst mages like Eudora, Kagura or Farsa, who can outdamage him before he can combo. Wait for them to use their crucial skills before engaging. If enemies have heavy magic resistance, buy Divine Glaive to pierce their defenses. If you need more survivability, get Oracle for extra magic steal and cooldown reduction. Immortality will also be a good pick based on the situation. If facing heavy CC, go for Tough Boots and Oracle to increase sustain. Against high burst, buy Athena's shield or Radiant armor. Here are the most basic combos that you can use in Julian. Combo number 1. Use first skill to poke enemies, second skill to cover the distance, and finally the enhanced ultimate to finish him off. Combo number 2. Use skill 2 to cover the distance, use the ultimate to CC the enemy, and finally use the enhanced skill 1 to deal damage. Final combo, which is the escape combo, use skill 1 first, use the ultimate to CC the enemy, use the enhanced skill 2 to escape while snatching a kill on the way out. Pro tip: if facing mobile heroes like Lancelot or Wanwan, bait their dash skills before using your CC. Always start fights with the CC skill to lock down enemies before bursting them. And that wraps up our Julian edition of Mobile Legends Hero Don'ts. Julian can be an unstoppable force when played correctly, considering the fact that he is the favorite child after all. But one mistake can cost you the game. Which tip did you find the most useful? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more Mobile Legends content. Until next time, see you in the land of dawn.